Can I do a picture?
No.
In today's Bon Voyage, we're in Rabat, the capital of Morocco, trying not to get in trouble. We visit the old city with its very special inhabitants, rock the Casbah, and take a boat over the river to the sister city of Chellah with a lovely lady.
Because it's Ramadan, and in about probably 1 hour, they're going to be able to eat. Everyone's going a little bit crazy.
It's Bon Voyage in Rabat, Morocco. I'm in Rabat, in Morocco. C'est la capitale du Maroc. And I'm not sure why there's a burnt out bus here, but I do like to look at the world through rose-tinted glasses. I think this is probably the best introduction to it. When you think of Morocco, you think of Marrakesh, the crazy Star Wars type Medina, Casablanca, which I will be going to on this trip. But anyway, Rabat is the capital. It's where they now have direct flights. I paid nothing to get here. So let's check it. Let's check it out, mate. So I'm going down a local market. I have no idea where I am. There's a man who's wearing some sort of traditional, probably Berber dress, which is quite cool. He's behind me now. Can you see him? Anyway, I'm the only tourist. It's religious, but not crazy religious. Women haven't got their faces covered, but most women do have hijabs, actually. So I have to say that my first experiences of Rabat weren't 100% positive. I got into the airport. They don't have Uber, but they do have a local app called InDrive. But apparently, people at the airport were telling me it's illegal. So all of the taxi drivers who were waiting in line got really pissed off with me for using this app. I got in, and then this taxi driver jumped in the back seat with me, tried to pull me out, and then we had to drive off like Born Identity with the doors going, and I said, "Qu'est-ce qui se passe?" in my French. I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, just ignore him. And then he was like, he jumped on the bonnet. But that's why I like Morocco. I just think it's like really crazy in a good way.
Now, this is something that's very interesting. Can you see that map of Morocco on the mobile phone advert? That includes Western Sahara. So because recently they joined the Abraham Accords, Morocco, Trump recognised their claim over Western Sahara.
Every Moroccan city of note has a Medina, a Kasbah, with old city gates that you go in and all sorts of delights await you, such as getting ripped off left, right and centre for spices, fake sunglasses, and Lord knows what else. Anyway, let's go. This is what I love actually about Morocco. It's the cats. You look like my cat.
This is another really cool thing about Morocco, is that you've got the Berber alphabet in a lot of places, especially government buildings. They translate it. It's called the Tifinagh, and it is really cool. It looks a bit like Greek.
Stocks and sandals are a big thing here, I've seen. It always feels like it's a good idea to walk when you first arrive in a city to get your bearings, but I just realised Rabat is very big. So maybe it was a bad idea. But I'm coming across all sorts. What's this, for example? Look, behind me, it's a river that seems to go out to the sea with lots of nice buildings. Oh, it's very windy. We've got the old town here. And over there, we have a very modern skyscraper that apparently isn't open. and King Hassan Square, where hopefully finally I'll get some bloody food or some lunch and no one is going to nick my phone coming up behind me on a scooter and a balaclava like they would in bloody London, although never say never. That is gorgeous, actually. This is like the Corniche. Most Arab towns have them. Look at that. Jet skis. This is the 12th century Hassan Mosque. Walking down the back streets, something which I love to do. Here you go. Here's some amazing urban art. In the Moroccan colours. What does it say? The one who taught everyone, but wasn't taught by anyone. Now that actually makes sense. A lot of foreign graffiti, when they try and do it in English, does not make any sense whatsoever. So that is a good one. I love all these derelict buildings, look at them. I've been walking around now for 3 hours. I have not had lunch. I have been up since 1 in the morning because I had to get a very early flight. Please, can I just have some food now? Please. See, this is cool. I actually prefer this from a lot of the traditional Rabat sites. Not that I know what they are yet. This is amazing, isn't it? Up a little side street, no one here. Little pussy, white love. Can you get in? I'm sure you can. But I shan't be going in because I need some bloody food. I forgot it's Ramadan. So the restaurants are all closed. They've had to open this one a bit specially. Hello. Hello. And that's my waiter. So I've just been to the toilet, and even here they've got like motivational messages on the urinals. Look at yourself in these toilets. You're classy. Strong man. Leave here with the best energy. Everything is closed. This would have been a lovely Art Deco building in its day, wouldn't it? So here we go. This is a closer up view of the 12th century Hassan Tower. Very spacious plaza. Lots of lovely old pillars. It's basically a remnant of a minaret. Almost 1,000 years old that was never actually finished. But now, it's a selfie spot, just like anywhere else in this world. But it does have the tomb of the last king, which is this building over here. And it's about to close. So let's pop in quick. Look, there's a guard in a flowing cape. Beautiful, isn't it? The Mausoleum of Mohammed V. I would have thought we had to take our shoes off, but we don't. It's very popular, apparently, and very beautiful, and very dark. So this place is integral to modern Moroccan history. It is the resting place of Mohammed V, who was the Sultan from 1927 to 1953, which is under the French rule, and then he was the first king of Morocco after independence from the French. And that's why this place is so revered and important, and it blends Moroccan tradition with modern architecture, a little bit of both. It's very nice. I do like it. Can't see it because I've got these ridiculous sunglasses on that make everything red. It's the changing of the guard. They are going home. It's sunset. There you go. See ya. He's there. The newbie. The Mausoleum of Mohammed V. A lovely army person with a gun. We have a lovely old Moroccan lamb. And new Morocco. That's quite cute. He's letting them do that. Can I do a picture?
No.
He did a picture. Oh, I have to stand here. Like that. Now I need to find the way out. Beautiful as it is, I don't want to get into any more trouble today. The flag of Morocco. So behind me over there, that is the Mohammed VI Tower. That's the Royal Opera House. And the Mohammed VI Tower is apparently, currently, the tallest building in Africa at 250 meters and is known for being sleek and stylish. I have to say, it's getting awfully chilly. We're going to go on a tram now. Hey boys, I have done 22,000 steps. I've had 2.5 hours sleep. I've been talking nonsense to you, and mainly myself, probably. Anyway, the street here is coming alive, just as I am going to bed. I've got that wrong, haven't I? I've got to be more in sync with Rabat. But he's wearing a winter hat. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I was going to wear shorts as well. It's been 21 degrees today. I think I've caught a bit of sun. But everyone, obviously, we are in Africa. So for them it's cold. So they are wearing their winter clothes. Can you see him there? L2YA. I don't know if that's my tram. I think it is. I just realised that I don't actually have a ticket, so I need to get off before the inspectors find me, which is now. Well, that was lucky. I like that. I have no idea how much it cost because I didn't pay for a ticket. I'm very naughty when I go abroad. I would have paid for one, but there wasn't an option. I think they're really elegant. We need bloody trams in London. I know they have them in Manchester, but it's not the same. It's only a cat in a tree. Aren't you sweet? This is the Chellah Castle. One of the oldest places in the whole of Rabat. It looks great. This is a little bit like Pompeii. Lots of Roman ruins. Oh, that's so funny. Look at that stalk. They love it, don't they, up on those tall buildings? That one is on top of a minaret. So this is the inside of a hammam. I don't know if you've been to a hammam in an Arab country, but it's quite the experience. Obviously, single sex, because most Muslim countries are very religious. In fact, there's not many I can think of that aren't. But when I've been to a hammam, some experiences that I've had have not been approved by religious authorities, I reckon. Anyway, look at these lovely gardens. I'm pleased I came. And I love big bamboo. Look. That is big bamboo. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen bamboo so healthy
and big. And look at the colour. Was that a bit of stalk sex? Oh god, that noise is amazing. That's the stalks. So it says this was all built under the Marinid dynasty. I wonder if they had loads of stalks, so there's absolutely millions. It's very weird that they sort of decided to make this place their home. This is from 1349. It's a lovely orange tree, behind which I've just noticed even more stalks. Should I be nervous? Is it like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds? It's a lovely place to visit because it's almost completely deserted. It was only £5 or about €7 to get in. This is inside the Marinid part, which is 14th century. Gorgeous, look, no one here. Big up the Marinids and big up the lovely writing of the Berbers. Of course, there's so many police everywhere as well. Oh look, there's loads of kids. I don't know what they're doing. It's the call to prayer during Ramadan. So here we go, behind me over there is the Kasbah of Udayas, and that is Bab Udayas, the gate of Udayas. That's my very basic Arabic. I did learn it a few years ago. I've forgotten a lot. It's me, Colin, I can say. But this lovely art, it looks nice, isn't it? Here we go. Some people find it soothing, that noise. Apart from a jewellery museum and lots of nice little knick-knack shops which we saw, there isn't actually a lot to see in there. It's more that you come here for the incredible view at the end. Do you know what I'm very, very impressed with Rabat? It's very clean. And it's actually quite nice being one of the few tourists here. If not, it seems at the time the only one. And this is the sister city of Saleh over at the other side. Oh, not very nice, is it? Bloody scooters everywhere. Hello. Are you alright? Do you know what? It's time for some fast facts about Rabat. It's got 2 million people in its metropolitan area. It's been the capital since 1912 when the French moved it from Fez. And that's where we were. Beautiful, isn't it? Very, very peaceful, the old Casbah. It's a thumbs up from me. Another little fact that you may or may not be interested in is that Morocco is currently home to almost 39 million people, almost 0.5% of the world's population. The city of Saleh, which is over the river from Rabat, is home to 900,000 people. So together with Rabat,
There are 3 million people in the metropolitan area. Oh, it's a bit smelly around here. They're drawing little things on the beach. It's lovely and romantic, and as usual, there's a cat. There's a black cat. Is that good luck? Are you good luck or bad luck, darling? What are you? Hello? Rabat. Chellah. I love a fishing boat. That's a good one. I want to also go over the river now to Chellah. Now, apparently, these little boats will take me for 20 cents. Do I trust it? Yeah. Look at that cat, that's so funny. Go on, do it. Yeah.
واش بغيتي لي اخي بحثي نقول لك شي يقولوا فيه لا وتقول لي عندي اللي هنا اخي لا ما تقول لي وانا كذبت عليك الله يحفظك.
There you go, it's only 5 dirhams. 45p to cross. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so I've just met this lovely lady called Dinya. She was on the same boat with me, going over to Chellah. So, she's offered to show me round. Do you understand English? Vous ne comprenez pas anglais? Non? En français, on va le faire. Je vais le pratiquer. So she's very kindly showing me around the streets of Chellah, which apparently used to be very famous for pirates, pour les pirates. Ouais?
Oui.
Les voleurs, les pirates.
Là, on est à Chellah, donc c'est l'ancien Medina. On fait un petit tour pour découvrir un petit peu voilà, la Medina. Et bah, ça fait plaisir de t'accompagner.
She said it's a pleasure to
voilà.
Accompany me around. She's showing me all the lovely shops in the whole area because not many tourists come to this part of the country. Chellah is older. Chellah c'est plus vieille que Rabat.
Oui.
Oh, I think it's great and it's really busy. She said because it's Ramadan and in about probably 1 hour they're going to be able to eat. Everyone's going a little bit crazy. Je comprends. Oh bien, merci bien. So we are now in a lovely square. Daniel said I have to film. Comment ça s'appelle? Sofra Gazelle. It's very old and it's very famous. C'est très célèbre et tous les gens jouent au football. Oh, c'est bien. Oh God, how lucky that I found this lovely lady. So this is a metal workshop. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. I don't know what he's doing. Hello. This is amazing. I have to say, it's definitely worth a trip here to Chellah. It's like much more authentic than Rabat. And people don't seem to mind me filming at all. Fantastic, merci bien. So the sun is coming down and it's Ramadan o'clock. So this is Bab Seta. Ok, dis-moi quelque chose de...
C'est parmi les anciens portes de l'ancienne Medina.
One of the old entrances to the...
Plusieurs portes. Il y a Bab Seta, Bab Shefa, Bab Khmis.
They've all got numbers. So this is Bab Seta, the number 7. Well, what an amazingly cool girl she was. And I said, oh, you're very brave speaking to a man on the street in Morocco. Because in other Arab countries I've been to, they don't really like it, the other men. We were getting a couple of funny looks, but she said, oh no, it's fine. Anyway, obviously it is. And how nice. I thought, oh God, is she going to think I'm trying to pick her up? But I think maybe she guessed that I wasn't. And she just like gave me a walking tour all around, didn't want a penny. How cool was she? So I think that is the end of Ramadan for today, so everyone is now eating. Okay, me. That was so interesting, actually. I just sat down, wanted a little kebab, and then I realised, obviously, why is it so busy? And then suddenly, the muezzin sounded, and that was the end of Ramadan for the day, and so everyone started tucking into their food. It was actually really nice. Ramadan is now over for the day. Look how quiet the streets are. It's literally, you can see, 6:50 at night. There is no one around. That's bizarre, isn't it? It's a bit 28 days later, but we saw where they were. They're eating in restaurants, roadside cafes, and also at home. I wonder what it would have been like walking through Chellah without my lovely lady friend at this time, because it was packed because everyone was trying to get their food ready for the evening meal. And probably walking around the Medina would have been completely deserted. It's really eerie, actually. I love it. So sadly, it's time for me to leave Rabat now, but I just want to show you what you can get for £58 a night, which is about $70 a night in this city. A lovely lounge. I've had great fun sitting on the sofa, entertaining, looking up at this amazing ceiling, watching the TV with Netflix and everything, of course. It's a very big lounge. There you go. It's got 2 bedrooms. I've only used one. This is one of them. It's got a kitchen. It's got a balcony with a washing machine. It's actually got quite a good view today. You can see that really tall building. It's sunny. I didn't say it was going to be sunny. I said it was going to rain. Never trust a weather forecast. Anyway, what else do we have? We have 2 bathrooms. We have that one. This is my bedroom. It's quite dark, but it's not dark when you open up the shutters. And yeah, another bathroom. And actually, I think it's quite stylish. I had a very good night's sleep. Books everywhere. Animal Farm. Not the film that we all remember from the 80s, but the real Animal Farm by George Orwell. Anyway, quite like the design. So get in touch if you want me to share the link on YouTube in the comments. Now, off to Casablanca.